Hi there, my name is Curly Gates, and I am so excited to do this 35-minute workday with you. This system was originally created for Moxie & Co., a Team Sparkle organization, but I don't gatekeep. So if you got a hold of this, I am so excited. I hope that this is the flap of a butterfly's wings that gets you feeling more confident and productive in your network marketing business, and that you're feeling like you're working smarter, not harder. Not only that, but I hope you share this with your team as well. Today, we're going to go through 7 highly productive activities for your business. Each of these activities is gradually going to increase in skill and maybe intention, but it's going to not only boost your confidence within the industry of network marketing, but it is also going to help train the algorithm so that the right people see your content. As an overview, this is going to take 35 minutes of focused work time. I will give some instructions, but I will be telling you when to pause the video so you can work in those 5-minute bursts. You can set a timer and you can complete these in any pockets of time from wherever you choose to work. These are focused activities. You're going to dedicate 5 minutes to each task to create intentionality within your business. And these skills are going to graduate, meaning they're going to eventually maybe require a little bit more skill, maybe even a little bit more confidence within your business. But as you complete them one after another, you're going to be feeling so confident and so productive that it's going to be seamless. Let's get started with task number 1. Task number 1 is to socialize. You are going to think about your social media page from the perspective of your followers. How would you hope that they would engage with your content? Chances are you want them to like, comment, and share your content. I want you to go onto your channel of choice, whether it be that platform, that Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, and I want you to spend 5 focused minutes of actually engaging with other people's content. So you are going to be a consumer, but only for 5 minutes intentionally. We're not going to doom scroll. We're not going to get lost. We are going to stay focused. If you have been trained to do the 3-3-3 method by other corporate trainers, this 5-minute chunk also lends very well to that. The 3-3-3 in a shortened version for you is essentially finding 3 people and liking 3 of their posts and commenting on 3 of their posts for 3 days until you can start to create that relationship and see their content more regularly on your timeline. Same with them seeing your content. If you're not using that system or strategy, disregard and carry on. One of my favorite ways to utilize my 5-minute window of socializing is through stories. If you're unsure of how to connect with people in a more real-time manner, I like to use stories because those items that they're talking about in their stories, chances are happened within the last 24 hours or not that long ago. So you can go into stories on either Facebook, Instagram, even on TikTok, but you would go through, watch the stories, and give an authentic comment or reply back. You're going to keep these replies as authentic and genuine as possible. Incorporate questions and conversation starters. This is especially great because when the time comes that you need to send a promo update, or perhaps you want to talk to them about joining the business with you, that message that you're going to send isn't going to seem out of the blue because you've already been connecting with them and sending them messages regularly. Pause this video on this screen, set a 5-minute timer, and get to work. All right, let's talk about task number 2. Task number 2 is to celebrate. This is one of my favorite steps of this process because it feels so good. Before I even get started, I'm going to jump down to the bottom where it talks about ideas because I want you to think beyond birthdays. A lot of network marketers for the longest time were trained to make sure that they told everybody on their social media page, happy birthday, send a video, send a voice message. I want you to think different. I want you to think of someone else who has maybe just conquered something huge in their lives. Maybe they've completed a project. Maybe they made a big move. Maybe they have kids that accomplished something. Maybe they have transformed their lifestyle. They're showing up more positively on social media. Whatever it ends up being, if you notice it in their life as a positive, I want you to let them know that. One of my favorite things, I am a mother, so I like to celebrate other moms that I just admire and letting them know, like, I like the way you mom. I know that sounds strange, but when someone tells you that, it feels so good. Okay. If you're still unsure, what message do I send to someone? This is another really reflective way that you can look at this. What is a message that you wish someone would tell you right now? Go and find someone else who maybe would want to hear the same thing. and share that with them. And when you share that moment with them and you're sharing that positive energy related to whatever it is that you wish someone would tell you, I promise you, it's going to boomerang back and it's going to feel so good. You can post these on someone's walls, but if you do send a message or a text message, if you have their personal contact information, it does seem to have a little bit more of that intimate connection, like they actually know me type of a situation. So when possible, I would prioritize messages or text messages. Pause this video, set your 5-minute timer, and get to work. All right, here we go with our next task. This one is a super simple one if you don't overthink it. This is the snap category. For the next 5 minutes, I want you to think about where you are, whether it's working at home, working in your office, wherever, and you're going to take 5 minutes to collect some footage, some B-roll footage. You can prop your phone up, you can use a timer, you can even take faceless content. For 5 minutes, I want you to just start capturing content that is, if it's a video, 15 to 60 seconds long, so that you can use it for a variety of templates. If you use other text resources like maybe CapCut or any of the templates that you might find on Instagram or TikTok, and you're going to save it. You're not actually creating with it right now. You're just saving this footage so that when the time comes and you find the proper audio, you can create something great. Here are some ideas that would make good B-roll footage. Journaling or your office view, exercising if you happen to be there, walking into a room, applying a quick product, drinking or making a coffee, holding someone's hand. Anything that just creates this a faceless but a human presence on your socials is a really good snap to take, because you can put any words over top of that, any sound behind it, and you can change the context very, very quickly. These snaps also make really great stories just to show what your real life right now looks like. And it's going to maybe allow for some more relatable, relevant content to draw people into your business. Pause this video for 5 minutes, get to snapping. All right, our next task is to scout. I really love this one, and a 5-minute timer is especially important because you can go down a rabbit hole so quick. In this 5-minute time frame, I want you to take intentional effort to look through what's happening on your platform of choice and look for the trends. What is the trending audio? What are the trends? I want you to save that. Again, you're not creating with it right now. You're saving it. Okay. And if you do have an idea in mind and you can quickly create it or throw it over top of maybe something you just snapped, feel free during this time period. But for now, scout. Look for audio that is freshly trending. I would suggest looking for something with less than 15,000 uses. This is going to allow you to get into the trend more quickly and have your content ride the wave of that trend. Because again, items are only trending as long as they are popular. Look for both B-roll sounds, so sounds that can loop without someone knowing that it's starting over, and also those current audio. Pause this screen, set your 5-minute timer, and get to scouting. All right, our next task is to schedule. You're going to spend the next 5 minutes scheduling out your posts, stories if you choose, and reels. Posts that you might want to schedule are any content that maybe takes more confidence or thought. If you sometimes forget to post your product-related posts, make sure those are scheduled. If they feel salesy and that doesn't feel good to you, schedule those. Those posts are still important because you're not going to sell something that you never talk about, right? So schedule the ones that maybe you need a little bit more courage to post, because that way, when they actually hit your timeline or your feed, you won't even really realize it. It'll just happen because it was scheduled in advance. Stories, if you are someone who often forgets to get into your stories, scheduling at least one story a day, even if it's set to reset at the same exact time every day, that is a good technique, so that people who live in stories and that's how they consume that platform will still have you fresh in their mind. Something that's simple for that is an inspirational quote and or any of those little B-roll footages that you just did a couple of tasks ahead in the snap stage. Reels, if you are someone who batch creates reels or you have drafts that just haven't been shared, schedule those out as well. It'll help clear out your draft file, clear up your phone's memory, and then also help you to stay more up to date and on time with trends. Pause this screen and get to scheduling. All right. Next task is to follow up. This is where the fortune happens, my friend. Okay. This is where we're going to see that separation between a hobbyist and a professional. If you have customers that are purchasing products from you, you are going to show them the strength of your customer service right here and now. If you had someone who ordered a mascara from you 3 months ago, it's time to check in. Double check with them that the product isn't flaking, showing reduced length or dimension. Remind them that ophthalmologists do suggest that mascara tubes are swapped out every 3 to 4 months in order for best hygiene practice. If you send them that message and you say, hey, I hope that you're still loving your mascara. I wanted to double check that it isn't flaking, that you're still getting the same length and dimension you got right when it was first opened. And I wanted to remind you that ophthalmologists do suggest mascara swapped out every 3 to 4 months just for eye safety. If you need it, here is the link to get that reordered. If you send that to them, they're more likely to reorder it from you. If someone ordered a foundation from you 4 months ago, you're going to check in with them that the foundation shade is still the proper match with the seasons and their current schedules. I would offer them a consult for product and shade matching should they need it. Again, depending on where you live, climate wise, you may need a different product in the winter than you would maybe be wearing in the summer based on your schedule, whatever it may be. Offering that up to folks is going to be helpful, letting them know the seasons are changing. You might not be in your summer shade anymore. Just want to make sure if you need to get your winter shade, let's get it ordered so it's here on time. If someone is using wellness products from you, that's a quicker window. So that would be like 2 to 3 weeks. Reason for that, again, that's a highly consumable product. Also a product that you really don't want any disruptions for their routine. So double check with them that the product is still performing. Make sure that you offer them a custom cart so they can place their next order and get them the best routine and schedule for their orders. Pause this screen, set your 5-minute timer, and go follow up. All right. Last step. This is your last 5-minute window for the day, and you have completed your 35-minute window. Okay. 35-minute workday. After this, check, 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 done. Here's what we're going to do. This is the last step, and we are going to work on building our organization. Now, within network marketing, just like building your network builds your sales, building your organization builds your rank and influence. So we need to start looking for people that would help us build out our organizations in all the best ways. Notice how this slide does not tell you to write down a list of 100 people and message everyone with a heartbeat. That's not my vibe, and I hope it's not yours either. We are going to focus on 3 different categories. The first one is fun. Your business, your work should be fun. So I want you to think, who would be fun to work with? Who do you think of when you think of someone who you would enjoy connecting with professionally and creatively? Think about if you are someone who travels with the company for events, who would you want to be your travel buddy? Let them know that. They may jump into it as well. They might be looking for more fun in their life. The second group that you should consider is who would be an asset to your organization. Consider the strengths and skills that you and your current organization already have, and then think about people who would have different skills that would either complement or accelerate the success of your organization as a whole. You're going to reach out to them. When you let them know you are looking for someone specifically with a skill that they have, they came to your mind, it's going to be empowering to them, and they're going to feel really good about joining your organization. They're going to know that this wasn't a copy and pasted message to get them to jump in. The last category is a product lover. Now, I know some of us don't want discounters within our sales organization, but I am going to tell you that if you are prioritizing customer service, you want to think about this category as well. And here's why. So when you are talking about a product lover, I'm talking about someone who is routinely every month spending $100 or more on product on your site. They are shopping on their own. They aren't having to ask you many questions. They've just got it figured out. Those are the people that now have they've made that jump themselves. They're already a product expert. So if they're a product lover and a product expert, they don't need you anymore as a middleman. They should get the savings. Now, here's what's going to happen. You might say, well, if they, are spending $100 and then they get their link and they're going to only spend 50 because they'll get the 50% discount, my numbers go down. Not necessarily true, my friend. The impact on your group volume is going to remain the same, should that actually happen with the numbers. But chances are, if $100 is already their expendable income for makeup budget, chances are they're going to continue to spend $100. They're just going to be able to buy more products, get a better experience, and they were already not really using you as the expert anymore. They had already navigated the website. They've got it figured out. Pause this screen, set your 5-minute timer, and go and build your organization. All right, you did it. In review, we just completed a 35-minute work session. You can utilize this in your network marketing business to not only increase your productivity, but also to train the algorithm to best perform for your business needs. Reminder that these 5-minute bursts are so important because it's going to keep you focused. You can do anything for 5 minutes. I promise. If you dedicate that full 5 minutes and you are intentionally working on those skills, you are eventually going to create some really solid habits. Not only are they habits, but these habits are graduated skills that are going to build on one another. Eventually, you're going to get faster at them as well, being even more productive, and you're going to see that ripple into your business in the form of momentum. Systems like this create habits, habits create momentum, momentum creates success. Thank you so much for working with me today. I hope that you got something out of this session, and I really hope that you're also thinking about someone in your organization who would also benefit from them. So make sure you share the link. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Let's go crush all of our business goals. Wishing you all the best.